Yeah, in a statement, Nike suggested it's committed to the community in North and Northeast Portland and is considering future locations, but in the meantime, it will permanently close the Nike store on Northeast MLK Boulevard. Several community leaders tell me they are deeply disappointed. The Nike community store has really been a fixture in Northeast Portland since 1984. It was Nike's first ever factory store. The sneaker giant pledged to donate a portion of the store's profits to community-based nonprofits, and it did. Over the years, Nike has donated millions to the surrounding community.
Unbelievable. Has been a staple since '84, all these years, and they still can't deal with these new ridiculous policies. Before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you could please share so we could get it out there. Look at this situation down in Portland. You're talking '84, a staple, right? And don't get it twisted. Nike has all their issues as well as what they allow to happen overseas in their factories and all that stuff. So they're not absolved from anything. But they're talking about, that they were a major donator in the community, right? Donating millions of dollars for that community. Well, that's going to be no more because of these ridiculous policies. This stuff does not work. And you see this everywhere. Same thing in San Francisco, which you got the Whole Foods, Nordstrom, Old Navy. Go up to Chicago, same thing with Boeing, Caterpillar, these multi-billion, Tyson Foods, billion-dollar companies that bring in that's jobs that leave with them. These are big manufacturers. Those are jobs that leave right along with them. And then what do they would say? Oh, well, at least Pringles is coming in. They'll never talk about the companies that are leaving. Oh, at least Pringles decided to show up. And look, people will say, well, why don't they have security? Why aren't they stopping these people from just grabbing armfuls and backpacks, wagons full of things? Look at why.
But ongoing issues with theft created serious problems at the Nike community store. As we documented last year, thieves often ripped off armloads of Nike shoes and clothing with no fear of being arrested. We saw it firsthand. Security guards contracted by Nike admit they're forbidden from physically stopping shoplifters. The store quietly closed a year ago, and Nike has really been silent about its future until today. Nike tried working with City Hall and requested off-duty Portland police officers provide security at the community store, but the mayor said no.
What's the point of working? If you can just show up to Nike and say, man, I want to go get the new Jordans, LeBrons, Kobe's, whatever it was, and I can just sling them on eBay and nobody's going to stop me. Nothing's going to happen. That's what these people are doing. What's the point of going to work? If you can just steal merchandise and just walk out right out the store. They're even trying to talk to City Hall. We can have off-duty, you already know that they're going to pay them, off-duty officers to stop this from happening. And they told them, hey, listen, no, you know what? That's not happening. The mayor, that's not ridiculous, crazy policies. And that's why all of these companies, all of this stuff is completely flooding and leaving out of this city. And all of these cities nationwide because they're sick and tired of it. We're going to pay for security, but they can't stop nobody. So what's the same thing with Apple or anything like that? Why go to work when you can just go get a whole bunch of MacBooks and just sell those? What's the point? There's no resistance. They ain't going to do nothing. They've already been instructed not to stop people. So that's why it's a very simple and easy fix, but they've opened up this Pandora's box with this. Let all the illegals in. We're not going to stop anybody. They're just stealing shoes. I'm pretty sure that just the family needs it, right? They're just stealing it so they have something so they're not barefoot.
They need to feed their child and they don't have money. So you maybe they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
They are letting this completely be lawless. But you know what? They have armed security. They have around-the-clock security all around them. They don't go to a lot of these locations or these restaurants or Old Navy or Whole Foods where they're dealing with this crime and the homeless. They don't have to worry about none of this stuff. That's why they say, you guys deal with it. But once again, the people could change this, but they keep voting for these ridiculous, crazy Democratic policies. And what's the main example is in Chicago. They get rid of Lori Lightfoot, right? Actually, things were probably even a little bit better. I mean, I might get struck by lightning for saying that with Lori Lightfoot. And what do? There's another guy that's about law and order, right? This is what we need to do. But no, we're going to go for Brandon Johnson, somebody who wants to defund the police, somebody that's telling you, oh, the kids are just young. We know that they're breaking and tearing stuff up and assaulting the elderly. They're young. They're just kids. Didn't everybody do that? Didn't you guys do that when you were younger? You know, man, it's Saturday night, man. Let's go walk down the street. Let's go beat up some old people walking their dogs or something, or walking their cats. Hey, how come cats don't get taken on walks? Is that a stupid question? I always thought about that. Why aren't cats ever taken on walks? Why don't you ever see a cat on a leash? They just don't like it? Or I wonder how that works. Anyway, it might be a stupid question, but that's what I'm saying. How come they allow this stuff to happen and they keep voting for the same policies in Chicago? So it doesn't matter. The whole town could be on fire. All these policies, they will still vote in line. So I don't feel, just like New York, I don't feel sorry for them, because this is what they want. They campaign for this. They go and they say, this is what we want, and look at what's happening because of it. So you guys tell me if I'm spot on with this situation. Do you guys blame Nike? Do you think Nike should just be forced to stay there and deal with it? Or how do you guys feel about this situation overall, period? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share so we can get it out there. And I will catch you guys on the next one.